You're with your boy Abu,
Abu from
Uganda, straight up.
Eswatini from Kenya.
Nigeria.
From Tanzania.
Zimbabwe.
Nigeria.
Malawi.
Sierra Leone.
East,
Mm.
South, West. Who could you suggest as the giant of Africa?
You're with your boy Abu,
Abu from
Uganda, straight up.
East Africa, EAC. There is East,
Mm.
South,
Mm.
West. Who could you suggest as the giant of Africa?
Just that there are some guys who already took that name Giant of Africa, but as we all know, the sun comes from the east and it sets in the west. So east is always the thing. That's where the sun comes from. That's where life comes from. Yeah.
What do you have there in the EAC? Like you can say, we are the giant.
First of all, our environment, our climate is the best. Our climate is the best. The natural resources that we have, the tourism industry in our side on our side is good. We have the River Nile. You get the longest river. Beautiful ladies. That is from Tanzania, Rwanda, of course Uganda. You get. So
Yeah.
that's all. All a lot, a lot.
In comparison, I'll be direct for the viewers at home and the subscribers. South Africa is big, like both. I cannot say in entertainment as large, but Amapiano, we all know Amapiano, and we have like indigenous genres other than borrowing from other countries. We have Maskandis from South Africa, we have Gqom from South Africa. So we have our own music, right? We also have international DJs, for example, the Grammy Award winner, Black Coffee. We've got Zix Bantwini. We've got a lot. In the music, in the movie industry, maybe you might take Nigeria. Yes, they do have Nollywood. But for the East, though,
So you mean in the East we have no one there?
no, we cannot say you don't have. In the East, you do have Calligraph Jones. Yeah, he's a good rapper. He's the only person I know. No, also Diamond Platinums. Those are huge stars. But there are few in compared to, the South Africa as a country. The whole of East Africa, the artist can be compared to South Africa as a country.
See, with all due respect, South Africa is a giant, right? We respect them because they have gold and their currency is good and internationally they are competing, which is very, I'm proud of them though, as an African. But there's one issue with South Africa. They are only alone in that region. They're the only ones who are doing good. Yeah, they're only prospering alone. East Africa, you're prospering as a as a block. East African community, start there. Those are the roots of East Africa. So you find Kenya is growing with Uganda, Uganda is growing with Tanzania, Tanzania is Rwanda, Ethiopia now is coming in, Congo now. East Africa, what makes us strong is the fact that everybody is trying to raise their standards. So that cumulative effort put together puts us at a very high level man, in competing terms.
Yeah, I go by the name of Msimisi.
Musimisi from
Eswatini.
Eswatini. Eswatini is the same Swaziland.
Yeah, Swaziland. They changed the name recently. It used to be known as Swaziland, but then just 2 years back, they introduced the new name. They called it Eswatini.
Oh right. Oh, congratulations, man. East, West, and South. Which one would you say is the giant of Africa?
For me, I would like to go with the southern part of Africa. Maybe some people would assume that I go with the southern part of Africa because I'm from there, but that's actually not the point. I believe that there are a lot of things in which us Southern Africans are dominant in. And one of those things can be this music genre, the popular music genre, which is called Amapiano.
I'm Bestie
Bestie from
from SL, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone in the West, huh?
Yeah, from the West. South Africans are also trying with Amapiano, as we celebrate our sister that just won the BT Award, Tyler. Yeah, that's really, that's good and yeah, nice work. So, but West Africa we are the giants and forever remain giants, in the music industry. So yeah, Amapiano is also coming up. But the reason why Afrobeat is going to remain great forever is because Afrobeat is just so unique in a way whereby Even Amapiano came, they were able to fuse Amapiano into Afrobeat. South Africans are also trying with Amapiano, as we celebrate our sister that just won the BET Award, Tyler. Yeah, that's really, that's good and yeah, nice work. So, but West Africa we are the giants and forever many giants, in the music industry.
From West Africa, we can only take Nigeria. That's the only competition we can talk about because we cannot be talking about Ghana. Even Nigerians know Ghana, Countries like Sierra Leone, Senegal, there's like Gambia, it's a small country. They're small countries.
Us in East Africa, we know Ghana is also a big country.
Yeah, it's big, but not to that extent of where we're talking about, It has not yet reached there where we're talking. You get. So yeah, for Nigeria, Nigeria is doing very well. It has Afrobeats. They are rich that side. Yeah, it has Lagos, Abuja. They are good.
Now there's a competition between Nigeria and South Africa because both of them they want to show Africa who's who. You know what I'm saying? So I would obviously vouch for South Africa because that's where I'm from. You understand? So yeah, and besides, please bring the camera close. Nigerians, stop saying Amapiano is yours. It was never yours. It'll never be. You have to ask permission first. You understand? That's why I won't be like maybe biased, but the songs for Amapiano songs from Nigeria that have South African artists are better, bro. Like numbers also. You understand? And I won't talk about Amapiano only. We've got the entertainment. We've got football. Nigeria is good football, but the league also is from South Africa. So I guess South Africa is bigger.
I believe that Amapiano originated from South Africa, a country which is in the southern Africa, as the name suggests. It's just a neighboring country to my country. Although sometimes the Nigerians they claim that they own Amapiano, but we all know that Amapiano belongs to South Africa.
Yeah, that one we all know. Amapiano is from South Africa. All right, but is there other things apart from Amapiano?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Even the vibes of Africa. I feel like the vibe comes from Southern Africa. The vibe of Africa.
The southern guys, most especially South Africa, those ones should not talk too much. In South Africa, it is different from these other sides. The other sides, the artists have big names, but in South Africa, the producers, the DJs have bigger names. So it is vice versa, which puts them on a tight position because everyone can DJ, everyone can produce, but it's not that everyone can sing.
South Africa right now, Amapiano is trending, not just in Africa, globally. Yeah, it's a pandemic. One thing I would talk of when I'm talking of Afrobeats, right? At least for Afrobeats, it has some little bit of English, so and everyone can understand. You get it's different from us. Us, everyone does not know the words, but they are still vibing.
Yeah, we still vibe the
Yeah, and now it's a global thing.
beats.
Imagine all of the people don't know the language, but at least they vibe. Yeah, that's the difference with Afrobeats. So
Everybody
Afrobeats can trend more than Amapiano. Yeah, but we are doing good for a genre whereby people are not speaking in a language everyone understands.
But man, I can assure you we enjoy Amapiano, man.
Yeah, Amapiano is good. Also, we enjoy Afrobeats. They are good.
Do you think West stands out as the giant also in other aspects? You see, we have economy, we have the lifestyle of people, how people live, the vibes,
Yeah,
so many things.
yeah. West still stands out as a giant. Yeah, in that actually, there's a lot of money in the West. Business is moving. We have nice tourist areas in which you can visit, nice beaches. Very well and nice beaches. You also got Nigeria into oil business. And a lot of things. The economy is really great. It's according to your hustle and all those things, boy. Yeah.
Kenya is good. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Also Tanzania. I know Zanzibar, Dar es Salaam. That side is good.
also Rwanda and Uganda, they're also very good on tourism.
Rwanda, I've noticed, yeah, and they're clean also. Tourism is there also in South Africa, is there in Zimbabwe, is there in Zambia. But you cannot just base yourself on tourism.
Even in the economy,
Yeah.
countries like Kenya, countries like Ethiopia,
is
they are
still-
in the east.
Kenya, but let's talk of Tanzania, let's talk of Uganda.
Even Tanzania and Uganda, they are doing good.
You
And
can-
Rwanda,
You want to compare Tanzania and Botswana
Tanzania is bigger compared to Botswana
in terms
in
of
everything, economy, development.
my brother.
Eh,
Eh, real.
eh,
Nah, that country. Botswana, bro, they have diamond that side. They
Ah,
are
by the way,
flexing. Yeah, they are flexing. It's not just tourism, diamond is worth more than tourism. Tanzania is
promises.
good, yeah, and it's big also.
Mm,
Their economy is quite good.
mm,
But I don't think it will reach Botswana. I don't
mm.
think so, yeah.
I've been actually following news, and
Mm.
unfortunate. Actually, I was in a shock. I had these Western countries. Most of them are suffering from electricity. Like it's like there is no electricity that side UK.
So that is the problem. But they are having they are, now since that we are in a new world, they are trying to from they can get in electricity from other sources. You get, rather than like using hydro, they can use other natural gases and they get. So they are doing, man. They should. I don't know how they are balancing it. There is a way they are maneuvering around the
Mm,
system, but
mm.
they need to pull up.
But do you accept that musically,
Mm.
the West is the giant of Africa? Musically, do you
Uh,
accept that one?
the West are
Mm,
not the giant of Africa. The
mm,
West don't have talent. Most of their artists you see, they don't have talent, but they
mm,
are good at marketing, bro.
mm,
Most especially Nigerians,
mm,
bro. If you are good at that game, bro, you will be the best. Which makes them the best, okay?
mm,
Which
mm,
makes them the best?
mm,
Because they have the most BET awards in Africa,
mm,
which is Wizkid,
mm.
those MTV, MV, whatever. So VMAs, they are good.
How's the lifestyle of people there in the south? You know.
I, f- I feel as if people from the south like vibes too much. Like South Africa is um, why am I speaking about South Africa only? You've got other countries, Mozambique. Mozambique is a good place to be. They serious vibes. They speak in Portuguese. You've got people from Malawi, they have vibe. Zimbabwe, they have on their own vibe. That's why you see like most international artists, if they want to go to big arenas or whatever, they go to the south. You see, World Cup was in the south. So the fact that the southern part of Africa has proper infrastructure and proper recreational places that makes it bring people that tourists around. You understand? Not that I'm saying in east or west there is nothing. There is, but then I guess right now also he would want to visit South Africa.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
so
coming there by the
for sure, so call
way.
me.
East Africa, they're known to be the producers. We produce a lot of stuff, especially food stuff. Then the South Africa, I've seen them as marketers. They're people market. Then the South, I mean the West. Yes, the West, the way I see the West, they are more of the manufacturers. So in terms of manufacturing, we are getting there. But see, West Africa in this case, let's talk about Nigeria, for example. They are known for oil, for this kind of stuff. But that oil, although most of it is crude and they send it outside, they still have manufacturing companies. It's a hub. Yeah. If you go to the roots of Lagos and Abuja, you find it's a hub. But for us, this is our strongest point because we don't just feed East Africa, we feed Africa. Because that means the moment someone is fed, you have taken care of the most basic right? And that's what makes us special. So East Africa, I'm not speaking for you or dumping out my chest. I'm just looking at the facts.
What you have to know right now, West Africa contributes like 5.59 of the percentage of the population in the world. So they have the market, they have the numbers, and whenever you have numbers, that means you have the market for everything. That's why if in each and every world that you go to, you find a Nigerian. Even in the worst world, even in the worst place, you find a Nigerian. Because I don't know whether they don't have food at home, because they are everywhere. Nigerians are everywhere, and they have the vibe. That's the most important thing. They have the vibe. But I was lucky. I used to hear Liberia. I used to like Liberia so much. So I've tried to meet Liberians. They are good guys. They are G's. But Liberians, stop that thing of thinking that you are the Americans of Africa. Please, I don't want to go into that story. Please, let's try to understand each other. You get what is that?
I have been hearing the security there is not guaranteed in the West because you have many rebels there, the Boko Haram. We've been hearing so many attacks there, the bombs. Huh?
Yeah. Actually, Sierra Leone is I'm sorry, the West is one of the safest place I can say. It's just how will I say, just some outbreaks of some incidents, I can say coincidence of some things that just happen. All those wars and all those things. It's just about leadership and all those stuff. The government, and all those stuff. So like, but like when you think in terms of staying, when all those things settle, West is the best and safest place to stay. Like for my country now, the capital is called Freetown. It's not like it's that kind of free boy. Yeah, you're welcome. You're always welcome. Yeah, we always accept strangers. Treat you well and all those things.
How is the life of people there? How's the how fair is the lifestyle there?
Okay, in Southern Africa, especially in my country, like I won't say there's a certain lifestyle that we're all maintaining because I feel like different people from different parts of the country live differently. In my country, we have those that are privileged, but we also have those that are struggling, like that are struggling a lot. So like the lifestyle is not the same. I cannot put it in one word that we have this certain lifestyle. We all have different lifestyles, although we're in the same country. But I can say that a majority of us, maybe 70% of us in Southern Africa, are privileged. Although there are those people that are not privileged, but 70% they are privileged.
Now, when we go to tourism industry,
Yeah.
we have countries there in the east, like countries like Tanzania, countries like Rwanda,
Mm.
Uganda, Kenya,
Mhm.
the countries that have where the tourism industry is
Yeah.
global standard.
Yeah.
So now I want to ask you, how is the tourism industry there in the West?
The tourist industry in the West is really, really good. Yeah, it's really, really boosting.
Mm.
Because, like, if you take a look at in the light of those of Ghana, from Ivory Coast, coming Ghana, they are all developed places right now. I can say they are still developing, but they have gone far.
Except for the vibe, also another thing, it's the women. I believe that Southern Africa has the best women. We have women from Lesotho, we have women from Swaziland, women from South Africa, the country. I believe that those are the women.
Yeah. But we also have women in East Africa also. Anyways, I will ask an East African.
Today, as we speak, the GDP of Kenya combined with Ethiopia today, yeah, is almost $500 billion. That's a big number, right? In terms of internet, in terms of getting to know to the world. Right now, East Africa is known. Kenya is the hub of connectivity. We are more connected to the outside world. Number three, literacy levels in East Africa are so high. People in East Africa are learned. For example, in Kenya, almost 70% of the Kenyan youth are online today. Yeah, that's a big step when it comes to illiteracy. I mean, making people literate. Sorry, not illiteracy. Literate. That means someone who knows what the hell is going on. Hub. The heart of Africa is East Africa, bro. That's it.
I have been interviewing some East Africans. Man, I was asking them one artist from the south. They don't know, man.
Unfortunately for them, clearly, because we've got Grammy Award winners, we've got BT nominees and winners, Zimbabwe also has a BT Award winner, you understand? So I don't know what they mean. You guys should stop having a tunnel vision. Not that I'm speaking badly, but then South Africa has like artists around the world. Uncle Waffles, we've got Black Coffee, we've got Kabzade Small, DJ Maporisa, all those individuals, they're big, they're global now. So I don't get it. The fact that you know an Amapiano song from South Africa, which means that artist is international.
If I ask you to mention about a few Afrobeat artists from Nigeria, can you mention?
Yeah, a lot. Omale, Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, which all of them have been in Amapiano, Asake, um, who else? Shali Poppy, a lot.
And if we ask you to bring out the best one, who can you bring out there?
For me, it's Burna Boy. Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. For me, I'll go with the Sake.